some are wondering, what am I doing today on December 16, 2021, Thursday? Well, not a whole lot. I just figured I'd give you good folks some updates. And, well, what do you know? This is the first video after my video showing the new intro. How do y'all like that? Gotta say, it's pretty nice out. Feels almost like a spring day, like it's the earlier part of spring. You know, when you're transitioning from winter to spring, and this happens to be like one of the warmer days. A little more reason I thought I'd film today and give you some updates. The first one being, yep, we're doing some work with the 3500 out in the woods, and the 3500 sustained some injuries, if you will. Bit of a close-up here. It's very weird. I'll show the tree. It's very bizarre how that tree was curved. So the headlight actually survived. Oh wait, but it gets even better. I'm thinking, okay, my body guy's just going to get a fender from the junkyard. Just repaint it. He looks at it, he says, like, nope, we'll actually be able to repair this fender. And then I just got to blend the paint. Now, I'm not going to disclose price or anything, but if he blends as far as I think he will, looks like this will be ending up getting taken care of after all. As far as I'm concerned, this is to blame for the incident. These tires just do not grip well. I thought it was a good buy at the time when I bought these in, I think it was 2019. The only reason I still got a lot of meat left on them is because so far this yearly cycle, I've only driven this truck about 1,000 miles, if that. And then I hardly drive it in the winter. I like to keep it in the garage in the winter, so. But this is definitely the last set of Firestones I'll ever own. I'm probably going to get the Acapulita LTs. So, something to consider. But I am definitely going to upgrade to some better snow tires. I had them on at the time we were doing the work. So, let me show you the wood we gathered up, and I'll show you the area where things happened. We had quite a few downed trees in the backwoods. And I had to step back pretty damn far so you can catch all of this. A lot of wood. We usually wait till spring to chunk the trees, but I've been laid off for a while now, so well, let me make stuff happen at home. Otherwise, normally I never have time to, because when I am working, I'm usually in the city and I'm commuting 5 hours a day, and you know, the weekends or 2 days off a week just isn't enough. So, yep, I've been staying in motion. Lots and lots of wood, and then we have even more in the lower straightaway when that tree fell. So, the nice thing is, you know, we're not doing anything to deforest or anything. It's just you know, Mother Nature brings them down, so no real qualms about it. But yes, sometime in the near future we are going to start planting trees to replace all the ones that have fallen. Yeah, we start working our way to where the incident happened. It's just all the dead branches and stuff, just the dead brush. We're hoping to get a wood chipper back here maybe next spring, start cleaning up this area nicely. But as we come over here, you can kind of see it right over here. Actually, the rock is right over there. When I first tried to run this over, good thing I bought a 1-ton, because they use an 11.5-inch AAM with reinforcement gussets. So the axle helped dislodge this rock over here. Me and my brother were able to pick it up together and throw it off to the side. So, here we go. And this tree right here is the culprit. Well, the real root cause of the problem, no pun intended, was the Dixie's Firestone tires. If you look at how the tree is angled upwards, so you see, that's why the headlight missed. The headlight was kind of in this curvature here, so I was backed up here. And the other reason I filmed today is because it's fairly muddy out right now. It was actually a little bit wetter than this, so the truck started slipping downward. Front left corner gets up close and personal to this tree. I'm like, okay, I think it still saved the X, so I dump it in reverse, cut the wheel to the left so I could bring it away from it. And as soon as I tried to move, as soon as I had a little wheel spin, the slippage started. This is actually just enough of an incline. So that's why the fender didn't get too badly damaged. It's because I didn't so much collide with the tree as it just like started leaning into it. It's like so up close to that tree, it just like leaned really hard into it. Damage was minimal. The other silver lining is even the fender was totaled. You know, that's something that bolts on and off. If it was any other corner of the truck, you know, you were going to be talking about cutting and welding. So thankfully, the one time something had to happen, it at least picked a better spot to happen. So no complaints here. Here's all the carnage from the Ida hurricane. Like I said, it was just because I'm out of work doesn't mean I'm on my ass. I'm still a busy boy. Not much else to see back here. Well, actually, there's a little construction over there on that side. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up. Oh, looks like it's picking it up pretty damn well from what I'm seeing. This itty bitty little screen. Some kind of stop work order. I don't know what happened, but the action just stopped. So we'll be having some new neighbors in the near future. And here's the definitive proof that we are pretty much ready for the winter. Yep, we've put up our tarps around the pergola. You know, we store all our tables under there, our outdoor stuff, and obviously put the Cub-Cadet in the gondola there. Or hopefully that's the last time we have to do that. Here's a true first in the many years that we've been doing this trick now. I'm actually standing inside. I actually went under the tarp to show what it looks like inside. And I gotta say, I'm amazed how well this appears in the camera, despite the lack of light. But yeah, this is how we store our stuff for the winter. Little trick we use, we don't want any moisture to get between the tables and from the top, so we take some 2x4s, stack the tables on top of each other like so. We can store little stuff inside. Check that out. And then I drive the nail only so deep so I can get it back out later. This is where we put the gondola and the Cub-Cadet. That's where it sleeps for the winter. Hopefully things improve and we'll finally have a place to store all the stuff where we usually keep it in the garage. Because in the summertime, we just keep the Cub-Cadet in the garage, and, well, this is mostly plastic, so we just leave it outside. It'd be nice to be able to use this year-round so I can still keep my truck in the garage and use this to take out the garbage or when we got to throw salt and stuff. Now, the lawn deck is pretty shot on this. It's all banged up. I tried hammering it back into place. My plans for the Cub-Cadet here. This thing's already going to be 13 years old this summer. My plan is I'm going to probably mow with it for a couple of more seasons. I'm going to scrap this lawn deck and have the PTO system taken out. It'll just be used as a puller tractor. You know, just to when I gotta move stuff around the property, and if we do decide to put a plow on it, just a simple plow blade. You know, obviously you don't need a PTO for that. That's my plans for the Cub-Cadet. I'll explain more of this in spring when I'm ready to deploy the Cub-Cadet when it goes back into season. But I gotta say, this has been a truly amazing tractor. Motor still runs strong, and this tractor has been so damn good to us. If it ever does have transmission problems, I'll gladly put a new transmission in it. Just 12 years without incident, and what's left in this disposable world now that can make you the promise that if you take care of it, it'll be with you for many years. I just can't see why I wouldn't be able to get another 12 years out of this tractor. Now, some are asking, well, what are you going to mow with if you do what you propose with the Cub-Cadet? Well, my parents are planning to get a big tractor for the property. You know, something like a Kubota, something that will be a front loader that you can put a snowblower attachment on, and of course a lawn mowing attachment. And that's going to be one of the things they want to do as soon as our finances permit. And that is probably the one good thing that came out of what happened with my truck. And that whole thing with the fender getting caved in happened like 3 weeks ago. That really, my father more so than anyone else, really got him to realize that we got to pull that trigger sooner than later, because you know the tractor is just better suited for all the work we do in the deep woods, and the 3500 just doesn't exactly have the maneuverability for that. It just took a little bit of a slippage to, well, I'm not going to disclose how much they're going to want to fix the fender, but you know, that just got him thinking. And what I also just pointed out, that the Cub-Cadet's already going to be 13 years old this summer. So while it's still a good tractor, it is just starting to show its age. Well, that's all I really got to share for now. Not much else to see, you know. It's kind of a typical winter. Although this has been a fairly warm winter so far. Although I heard the temperatures are really going to drop next week. No worries, we got another video coming up. Because come this Monday, I will have had that car for 2 years already. So, can't wait to show you that. And then, of course, as I've done most years, I have a wrapping up whatever year in question. Whatever. You know, I wrap up every year. I always do that. So, yep, definitely got a couple more coming before the year is out.